And we on. So we about to get started. This is the Monday through Friday, the Flo Show No Filter. You can catch me also on Apple and Spotify for the audio version. And we about to kick that off now. The thoughts, views, and opinions shared on the Flo Show No Filter are for educational and entertainment purposes only. I am not a professional. I'm just good. Happy Tuesday, guys and gals. Y'all know it's my favorite day of the week. Load up on those tacos. Make sure you have some meat in your burrito. Don't be like me and order an all bean burrito, not knowing that it's all beans, and be disappointed when you just keep biting into nonstop mush. What is going on? This country going crazy right now, y'all. It's so much. I could make this show 2 or 3 hours long, man. If I really covered everything I want to cover, I just don't want to burn myself out. But I'll be wanting to talk about all of this shit. I mean, we got people mad at Trump. We got Trump mad at people. We got companies taking away their DEI programs, and we got immigrants being shipped out, people crying, families crying, people getting sent out of here. Then when we sending them back, their own country is refusing them and sending them back, and we can't land the plane, and we charging more tariffs and shit. And I said all that, and we ain't even talked about Diddy or Luigi or any of this shit. But as long as they keep coming, we gonna keep talking. Now, let me let y'all know, I owe y'all the biggest apology from yesterday. Y'all know my mind, every now and then I forget some shit. Like literally every show I forget something. I'm just always on my ass about anything. I always want to tell y'all a million things, and then I might remember like 999,000 of them. I forget one, and then it bothers me all fucking day. Y'all know how that is, right? When you ain't nothing ever right, I'm one of those people. So anyway, we are just launched yesterday. You could catch this live on my YouTube channel for the show. So for your friends or people that don't have Apple or Spotify, you can hang out with me and they can watch me do this show live on my YouTube channel, Flo Daddy Flo. I probably need to add that to the notes. But I should have told y'all yesterday, so y'all could have been prepared today. Any of y'all that might want to hang out with me when I do the show live. Nah, it'd be early though, because I'm on here. What is it now? It got to be about 7. It's 7:09 right now. So you got to get up early to kick it with me. But if you do want to, I'm here on YouTube. The show is now video and audio officially. So I just wanted to let y'all know, because I fucking forgot yesterday. I did the whole show, and after the words, I said, damn, I didn't even mention that they could come hang out with me in the morning. So now if you find it, I love my app on Spotify. Listen to it when you want. But if you are available early as fucking ain't doing nothing, come to my YouTube channel while I shoot this show and hang out with me. Keep me company. So anyway, we got some Diddy news today. We got some Jay-Z news. I think Jay-Z got problems because Tony Buzbee has weighed back in. I got a subscriber of the day to shout out. And I just dropped another exclusive content for my subscribers. Y'all know I keep it coming. And I got more content coming. Like I said, I ain't shy about it. I like creating content. I like telling stories. I like bringing awareness to shit. So I'm going to keep the content coming. But what I dropped yesterday was just the Who is Jaguar Wright, giving people kind of more details about who the fuck she actually really is. Her music, her talent. I went into some of the controversies, of course, but I told a lot of musical a lot of her career that people don't know about, because she actually had a career. A lot of people don't know that. So if you subscribe, check out my Who Is Jaguar Wright, which is part of the series Surviving Clive and Diddy. Check that out. So we're gonna get into this, but I just want to make sure I got everything out the way. I didn't want to fuck up like I did yesterday and do the whole show and not tell y'all that I am on YouTube Live every day. I started about probably 7 o'clock Eastern. You know, that's early as fuck. So I actually like doing it that early because I don't mind if a lot of people ain't with me while I'm doing it, but I also don't mind if y'all come. So, you know, I'm an early bird. So we're gonna get into this. Diddy got a new strategy, y'all. And this nigga gonna try every strategy he can think of until the trial time. And I guess you can't blame him when you're fighting for your freedom. Shit. What else can you do? So let's get into this shit. Let's see. We're gonna go with the Diddy first. So y'all know it's a trafficking case with some brothers that got a similar case to Diddy. I don't know if y'all saw it, but there definitely is a case with some brothers. It's real estate, it's some trafficking. But long story short, they just got a ruling. I'm gonna get into it, but Diddy is trying to use their ruling to switch up and figure out a way that he can get out of his jam that he's in. And I thought it was interesting, but it just broke this morning or late last night. Let's get into it. So, good morning, good afternoon, whatever time you listen to this or watch this, because it will also be available. Let me say that too. It's also available on my YouTube channel, period. So if you don't catch me at the crack of dawn with the roosters, you can catch me any time of the day. It will be posted. The episode will be posted on my YouTube channel. Tell your friends, because some people don't have Apple and Spotify. Let them know they can tune in now, Monday through Friday. So good morning, good afternoon, whatever, wherever you at. Welcome to the Flo Show No Filter, where we are always unpacking some shit that we might not have no business unpacking because they don't want the truth out, but fuck it. It's our motto. That's a long motto, ain't it? But it's our motto. So now we unpacking this Diddy Combs and the Alexander brothers and how legal loopholes are shaping the outcomes of high-profile sexual assault cases. Now, this is a story of power abuse and how the justice system is being used. Some say manipulated in ways that you won't fucking believe. Now, if it's early in the morning, grab you some motherfucking coffee. I don't care if it's from Starbucks. I don't care if you made that shit from scratch. But you need to drink something, because we about to dive in. So let's kick it off. Let me give you some context. We know Diddy is facing multiple sexual assault charge allegations spanning decades. We're talking about cases that go back as far as 2003. Most recent lawsuit involves Crystal McKinney, a model who says Diddy drugged and assaulted her in the New York City studio. We've heard it before. But here is where it gets interesting, guys. Diddy's legal team is now referencing an entirely different case. And that case is the Alexander brothers trafficking scandal. Now, if you heard about that, these are the Alexander brothers who did some real estate and did some bullshit on some females, some drugging, all kind of Mohawk Diddy shit. So Diddy gonna use their case to get off of his case. So let's go further. Now, the Alexander brothers are Oren, Allen, and Tal. They were once high-flying real estate moguls in Miami. Y'all know the type. Yachts, liquor, penthouses, promises of luxury and fame. But behind all that glamour, these guys allegedly ran a trafficking operation for over a fucking decade. Victims claim they were lured in, drugged with substances like GHB and psychedelics, and assaulted. And so far, over 30 women have come forward. 30 women. Now, here's the fucking twist. You know, it's always a twist. A civil lawsuit against them was recently dismissed, not because the allegations weren't credible. No. Because of the timing. The timing of the shit is what got them some leeway. So Judge Lewis Kaplan ruled that the lawsuit was time barred due to conflicting laws about how long survivors have to file claims. You hear that? And this procedural ruling, this is what Diddy's team is now banking on. Let me break that down a little bit, make that a little bit more clear for you. So basically, the Alexander brothers had the same exact accusations as Diddy. Drugging, trafficking, the whole 9 yards. But the Alexander brothers were just able to get a lawsuit dropped because of a time technicality. The what is it? The time of that's they have to file it, the victims. Well, they used a technicality to say that they didn't file it within the right time. And we're gonna go into that. Now, Diddy's lawyers are pointing to Judge Kaplan's decision to argue that Crystal McKinney's case should also be dismissed. You see where we're going with this? Now, McKinney filed her lawsuit under the New York City Gender Motivated Violence Act. But like the Alexander case, the Adult Survivor Act imposes stricter time limits. If McKinney missed the 1-year window provided by the SAA, her case could be thrown out as well. Which means Diddy is a half a step closer to getting another case dismissed. So let's talk about Crystal McKinney and her allegations. She says back in 2003, Diddy laced a marijuana joint with an unknown substance, pressured her to drink and use drugs. Then the diddler allegedly assaulted her in the bathroom. She's been open about this incident. She says it derailed her whole life. It totally screwed her modeling career, her mental health, and everything. These are all her claims. Now, her lawyer, Michelle Keola, says McKinney filed this lawsuit because she felt a moral obligation after hearing about similar allegations against Diddy. But filing this type of lawsuit comes with risks, emotional, financial, and legal, of course. So now this isn't just about Crystal McKinney or the Alexander brothers in particular. It opens a broader conversation, a conversation that shows us that we need to pay close attention to survivor justice and how the legal system can work against people trying to come forward. Now, procedural dismisses are a big deal. Think about it. A case can be thrown out on a technicality, even if the allegations are true. And when you're up against someone like Diddy, who has money, power, and influence, those legal loopholes become even more powerful. So, this case also raises questions about that power. The Alexander brothers used their status in real estate to lure victims. Okay? Right? Diddy accused of using his influence in music and industry to coerce and silence people. These cases follow a pattern we've seen before. People in power manipulating systems to avoid accountability. But there's another side to this, y'all. Diddy's team says they're just following the law. If the law says these cases are time barred, they feel that's fair. Now, it's a tough debate, honestly. And it's why cases like this are so important for us to cover, watch, and pay fucking attention to. Because they set precedents for cases to come. So when you are pissed off about what happened in a case, a lot of times you can point to cases before that of why said case went awry. So you got to watch these cases now because they will affect cases later and we're going to be pissed. So where does this leave us? Well, for Diddy, this is do or die. If he successfully gets these cases dismissed, it could set a precedent for other powerful figures facing similar allegations. Now, for Crystal McKinney and the dozens and hundreds of others that are accusing Diddy, it's about more than just one lawsuit. It's about being heard and holding the diddler accountable. And just think about it. This gives us a chance to critically think about how our legal system handles these fucking cases. And we doing enough to support? Are we doing enough to support the victims and the survivors? Or are we just letting the powerful people off the hook with procedural loopholes? So we're going to be watching this closely. If Diddy is able to get this case dismissed because of a time bar, then that could affect a lot of the other cases. He could use the same loophole. So the ruling that the Alexander brothers just got, it's a big ruling for not only just Diddy, but a lot of these cases. And so we need to watch out, pay close attention, and don't take anything for granted, y'all. Don't be surprised if some shit come in the game. I'm telling you now. Because when you got money and power, they're going to throw everything against the wall until it sticks. But we're going to be right there. So we're going to get into Jay-Z. It's a whistleblower that is telling all kind of shit about Jay-Z and R. Kelly. His name is Ronnie Bo. I guess that's his name. I don't know if that's his alias he going by because he don't want to get killed. But Ronnie Bo, whatever his name is, has said a lot of shit. And on top of that, Tony Buzbee has came in. Jay-Z got a lot of heat on his ass right now, y'all. Like, seriously. And if you haven't noticed, Jay-Z has been much quieter lately. So we're going to get into that, but I got to get into all this shit Ronnie Bo said. He talked about Jay-Z and R. Kelly's dealings. He talked about shit that went on the tour. He talked about Jay-Z being with underage girls just like R. Kelly, damn near with R. Kelly. So we're going to get into that. But before I get into that, I want to thank my subscriber of the day. Subscriber of the day is Sarah Bennett. Sarah Bennett, thank you for your donation. Thank you for your subscription to the Flo Show No Filter. It helps keeps the lights on. And we totally thank you and appreciate you and hope you are enjoying the content. So everybody give it up for Sarah Bennett. Let me give you some real claps. Claps. Sarah. Appreciate you. You are one of the reasons why this show continues, and we appreciate you here at the Flo Show No Filter. And when I say we, I mean me. It's a one-man band. I record it, edit it, market it, come up with the show. I'm a one-man band. I just do it all, and I appreciate y'all. It's hard work, but I love doing it. And like they always say, it's hard work, but somebody got to do it. So I'm going to continue to do it. So let's get into some of this craziness that Ronnie Bo said, and then we'll get into Tony Buzbee's. He replied to Jay-Z. Y'all know Jay-Z has that case with the 13-year-old that he's wrapped up in with the diddler. And Jay-Z made a motion for it to be dismissed, and he kind of chewed up the alleged victim and put all kind of holes in her story. But now all of that shit is backfiring. And for a second, people was going with that. People was like, damn, Jay-Z shutting this shit down. Shit, even I came out and was like, damn, Jay-Z, he came out hard. I had to give him credit. Whatever. He made the story look crazy, but all that shit might have just backfired. And we're going to get into that. So let's get into this. The Jay-Z drama and all this shit that just got exposed by this. I'm going to just call him Ronnie Bo because I don't know if he don't really want his name out there or something. I don't know, but I believe that's what he's going by. He was already shot at. If you remember yesterday, I talked about it, and he said the FBI told him Tata was involved. Tata is Jay-Z's right-hand man, blah, 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 blah. It's a lot going on, y'all. But anyway, let's get into this. So he talked about a lot. So let's get into one of the things he talked about. He talked about the alleged son of Jay-Z, Rymir, the one that Jay-Z won't take the test for, and it's been a mess. And Rymir's mom was reportedly underage at the time, which is the reason why a lot of people feel like Jay-Z is playing keep away. he dodging, Jay-Z dodging a paternity test like dodgeball. Like, he won't take the test. Rymir has been fighting for paternity for years. Jay-Z won't comply. But to make things even murkier, Rymir's mother died under mysterious circumstances after going public with the claim that Jay-Z was the father. Now, this is where we start getting into some of the darkness. And this is, let's not forget that Jay-Z's history with rumors and ties to young artists like Foxy Brown, whispers. It's a lot of shit going on, y'all, which is why I talk about as much as I can on here. But if you go to my Patreon, I can say more. It's literally no filter at all. So, but let's get into this right here, right the fuck now. So let's shift gears to R. Kelly. Now, we all know R. Kelly is a controversial figure, but there's more to this story than meets the motherfucking eye. Now, while in jail, R. Kelly allegedly told his fellow inmates that he's being punished by the industry for refusing to comply with certain rules. Now, this is the alleged witness, Ronnie Bo, or whatever you want to call himself. He served time with R. Kelly. So these are conversations that he claimed he had with Kels. Now, while in jail, R. Kelly allegedly told a few inmates that he's being punished by the industry for refusing to comply. Now, what rules did he not comply with? Well, let's get into that. Now, according to R. Kelly, the music industry operates like a secret society with contracts signed in blood and sacrifices in order for you to be successful. Now, R. Kelly been spilling the beans, according to this witness. This is brand new info, y'all. This is not some old shit being redug. This witness is going around doing interviews on all the top YouTube blogs right now. So he even compared the situation to the biblical sacrifices, saying that if I had continued to do what they wanted, he would have never been in prison. This is R. Kelly telling the inmate. Now, whether you believe him or not, it's clear he thinks his downfall was orchestrated because he wouldn't play along with the elites and powers that be. Now, does this not bring up a broader topic? The alleged dark practices of the entertainment industry. Y'all remember Cat Williams brought this shit out? He was one of the first people. Even before he said it, I was telling people on TikTok that the downfall of Hollywood was coming. And my day ones, they will tell you. I said it 2023, like the end of 2023. Cat Williams said it. Kanye West said shit. Many celebrities have hinted at the same thing: sacrifices, secret rituals, and a system designed to control its stars. Now, Cat Williams famously called out these practices in an interview, claiming he was blacklisted for refusing to conform. Now, similarly, R. Kelly and others suggest that the industry demands allegiance to certain agendas. And y'all know those agendas. I don't have to list them. They got to do with your sexuality, violence, and more. Now, this is the point where if you step out of line, if you're R. Kelly and you step out of line from these agendas, it can cost you fucking everything: your freedom, your money, your brand. Now, whether it's true or just a conspiracy theory, it's fascinating to think about. It's fascinating to think about the level of control that these quote unquote gatekeepers have. And it's all getting spilt the fuck out now. And I'm happy about it. Because everybody been knowing about this shit for years. People would talk about it, but it never really got legs. Now, 2024 to 2025, people not going for that shit no more. And so we can't talk about the music industry's alleged dark side without mentioning your boy, Diddy, and his connection to Jay-Z. This is all coming from this interview by Ronnie Bo. The two have long been rumored to share more than just business relationship. Some claim they are part of that same secret society brotherhood, and their rise to power wasn't by chance. It was from these relationships. So take, for example, Diddy's infamous freak-off parties. People who attended said the vibe was strange. They said it was weird. And they said those who didn't comply with the expectations were immediately blacklisted. One guest even shared how leaving a Diddy party early resulted in their career taking a nosedive because they left a Diddy party early. This is the type of shit that people been dealing with that nobody believed. So let me break that down to you. You're an artist, you coming up and you up and coming in the game, happy you getting signed, you're getting your name, people starting to know your name. Then you go to a Diddy party and you feel like, oh, this is uncomfortable. People is doing freaky shit. Let me get out of here. So you leave. And now your career is over. Now you're getting blackballed because you didn't want to partake in freaky shit. And this is how the industry is. I've been there. I know. If you don't want to do that freaky shit, they don't trust you. So you just got to say, fuck y'all. I don't have no problem saying fuck y'all. I ain't doing nothing strange for no change with no freaky ass industry motherfuckers for nothing. But everybody ain't like that. Some people so thirsty to be somebody that when they go to that Diddy party, they gonna know like, okay, if I don't do this, I ain't gonna be a star. So guess what? They do it. Can't be me though. So let's continue. And then, okay, let's talk about the alleged feud between Jay-Z and R. Kelly. Because if y'all don't know, Jay-Z and R. Kelly been going at it for years. At first, they were cool. They went on tour together, all kind of shit. But nah, that shit ended. So let's talk about it. A lot of shit people didn't realize. Jay-Z, this witness went into, this person, Ronnie Bo, went into detail. And a lot of the stuff we knew, but it's getting co-signed now. It's getting confirmed now. Did y'all know that when Jay-Z and R. Kelly were on tour, Jay-Z allegedly went to crazy lengths to sabotage R. Kelly during their joint tour? One time, Jay-Z even went as far as to have R. Kelly pepper sprayed at Madison Square Garden. I remember that shit. Jay-Z, they had a tour, and it was called the Best of Both Worlds tour. It was Jay-Z and R. Kelly. And at first, when the tour first started, everything was fine. Somehow, some jealousy between who came out first or who ended the show, it got crazy. So then they started battling with each other. And I remember R. Kelly getting pepper sprayed in New York, and nobody knew what the hell, why, what, when, where, what the fuck. So when you think about all this shit, where the fuck does this leave us? Because we just getting all this information. We don't know what the fuck to believe, but we know this shit is wild, and we trying to make sure niggas are held accountable. So whether these stories are true or not, which I can confirm a few of them. The ones I know about, I'll confirm. The ones I don't know, I tell you, I don't know about that shit. But they do shed light, whether they're true or not. These stories shed light on a system that seems designed to exploit and control its superstars. As fans and consumers, we have a role to play. Now, do we keep supporting these powerful figures, whether questioning their actions or not? Or do we demand transparency and accountability? And let's not forget about the survivors, like people like Rymir, who just want to know who their fucking father is. I don't know if Jay-Z the father, but I know he won't take the test. I know they got the same nose and ears. I know the mother was underage, which would give Jay-Z motive to not want to be proven to be the father. I know all that. But I can't say Jay-Z is the father because he won't take the test. And Rymir just wants the truth. He's been fighting for paternity. He has even lost a mother during this process. He has literally lost his mother while trying to find out who his real father is. Jay-Z, take the fucking test, man. Damn. It get to a point where it's like, all right, man, just take the test. So now that brings us to Tony Buzbee, the lawyer that is suing Jay-Z and Diddy, representing all type of lawsuit and freaky. Tony Buzbee handling all these freaky charges. And he had been quiet for a while. Jay-Z had came out to get the 13-year-old case with the 13-year-old where it says him and Diddy raped her. Well, Jay-Z was trying to get that dismissed, and Buzbee had went quiet. Well, he's back speaking now. And Jay-Z might be cooked after this. I'm telling you. Now, if you don't know, Tony Buzbee is representing Diddy. He's not representing Diddy. Sorry about that. He's representing victims, alleged victims for Diddy, against Diddy and Jay-Z. So now let's get into the heart of that case. There's a Jane Doe who's being represented by Tony Buzbee, who accused Jay-Z and Diddy, Mohawk Diddy, of sexually assaulting her in an incident that's supposed to have took place back in 2000. This is some heavy shit, y'all. Tune in, lock in. I need you to lock into this one. Now, Jane Doe says she was 13 years old at the time, and she was drugged and assaulted at an after party following MTV Music Awards. Of course, Jay-Z's team has denied it. But here's the wild part. Buzbee is accusing Jay-Z's team of using intimidation tactics, not just against Jane Doe, but against his own law firm. So Buzbee says that people tied to Jay-Z have harassed his employees and clients and did anything they can to derail the fucking case. So let's talk strategy. Because this case is like a high-stakes game of legal chess, Jay-Z's team is trying to pick apart Jane Doe's story by pointing to inconsistencies in her account. They've even brought up an NBC interview where she supposedly gave conflicting details. But that ain't it, y'all. They came back strong. Here's a key point that Tony Buzbee made to combat all that shit. Tony Buzbee said, when trauma happens, memory can be hazy. He's leaning on the research of this shit and legal standards that allow for some discrepancies, especially in cases involving childhood abuse. Childhood abuse. So while Jay-Z's team is focused on these minor gaps, Buzbee is keeping the spotlight on the bigger picture. Now, this is where it gets really interesting. Buzbee team says they done their homework. They've looked into the events of that night, and they got evidence that they say backs up Jane Doe's story. As a matter of fact, they have police and detectives that are backing up this young lady's story. Now, for example, they investigated the 2000 MTV Music Video Awards and Jay-Z's whereabouts that evening. Jay-Z's lawyers tried to use photos of him at an after party to discredit Jane Doe's claims. But Buzbee argues those photos don't cover the entire night. Basically, he's saying, okay, Jay-Z was there at that time, but where was Jay-Z the rest of the evening? And that's a valid question. Now, let me go back to that, y'all. So, and this is what I thought when it first happened. Jay-Z and his attorney tried to use a picture at Jay-Z at a party as proof that Jay-Z was not at the other party. Now, when I saw that, I'm like, oh, up one picture from a 10-hour night or however long you were hanging out, one picture don't show that you were here and couldn't have been there. Or like, I thought that was stupid from the beginning. And that's why I say sometimes I feel like I'm an alien, because it's like, I'll be looking at stuff like this has to be common sense. And don't nobody else be screaming about it. So I'm like, fuck it. But then here go Tony Buzbee bringing up the same point that I was kind of thinking at the time. I mean, I don't have a dog in the fight. I speak up for victims. I bring awareness. But if a defendant isn't guilty, I mean, I don't want nobody going down for nothing they didn't do. But at the same time, what Jay-Z was saying wasn't making no sense. So they go on to the rest of the evening. They got retired police and detectives co-signing this story. Now, this is where things get extra spicy. Buzbee is accusing Jay-Z's team of crossing the line from defense into intimidation. He says they've tried to discredit not just Jane Doe, but him and his entire firm. And Buzbee, he ain't playing that shit. He going in. He's called their attempts factually and legally meritless. In plain English, he's saying y'all have no case and y'all fucking know it. He also accuses Jay-Z's camp of using scare tactics to avoid discovery. For those who don't know, discovery is the phase where both sides share evidence, and if Jay-Z's team is so eager to avoid it, you kind of gotta wonder why. Why is Jay-Z's team so desperately trying to avoid discovery? I'll leave that up for you to decide. But for Jane Doe, what is at stake? Well, this case is about holding two of the biggest names in entertainment accountable. For Jay-Z, the stakes couldn't be higher. If these allegations stick, it could damage his reputation and legacy forever. And for Tony Buzbee, winning this case would be huge. And it also would be a huge statement about the standing of power and privilege in this fucking world. Now, this case, it's going to be big as far as the outcome of this case, y'all. And for a lot of different reasons. If these men are held accountable, then that signals to the rest of the Hollyweird that you better get your shit together. But to the rest of us, we just waiting for the results. Now, public perception of Jay-Z, now he has a lot of fans, and so does Diddy. Some people think this case is just a money grab. Some think it's just an attack on their legacy. But others see it as a critical moment for survivors and for justice. Now, on the other hand, everyone deserves a fair defense. And on one hand, survivors deserve to be heard and believed. Now, the dance we do in between those two is what we do every day when we evaluate these cases. We want to be fair to the accused, but we also want to believe the accuser because we don't want people to be scared to bring cases forward. And so, as we look into these cases, we will continue to get to the bottom of it. We have many whistleblowers who have come and go. But the fact remains, justice doesn't come overnight. For example, a lot of people paying attention to that Luigi case. If you don't know about Luigi case, the Luigi Mangione case, it's the one where they say a man gunned down a CEO of United Healthcare, right? Now, when it first happened, the very first day or the very first moment, everybody's like, what the hell happened? How did a CEO of a billion-dollar company just get destroyed, just get shot in the back? But then you dig deeper and you see that the United Healthcare has denied 34% of their claim of their insurance claims. They actually even set up an AI software that was just designed to deny cases because they wanted to deny cases at a faster rate. And so there were millions of Americans who were denied. Many of them end up dying. That's a lot of broken hearts, right? Next thing we know, your CEO is gunned down right in Manhattan. Now, why did I tell you that story and why am I talking about it? Because what that story shows is the American people, the public, me and you, are only going to go so far before serious repercussions are coming. So while these big companies or big elites think it's fun and games as they use their power to control, manipulate, do whatever it is they want to do to us, when lives are starting to be lost from the wealthy, oh, you getting attention. You getting their attention. And now CEOs of all of those healthcare companies are on notice. Now they're saying they want to use more compassion in their policies, and they want to figure out a way, quote unquote, to not deny so many people coverages. But why does it take someone being killed for y'all to do the right thing? Why does a CEO have to get blasted in the back of his back for y'all to realize, hey, we're fucking up the whole society and we're devastating lives, taking away health coverage and denying claims from people who've been fucking paying their shit? Do you remember from yesterday, the podcast episode, when I told you, so far since that incident, United Healthcare has lost $63 billion. I'm going to say that again. United Healthcare has lost $63 billion ever since the Luigi case. And that is why they are trying to pull that story from the media cycle. This is huge. See, they were going to blast that story when they thought everybody was going to condemn Luigi because they said that he is the alleged shooter. They thought the world would condemn him, right? But the world got behind him. And that's when they said, holy shit, we got to kill this story. Because not only the public supports Luigi, the prisoners support Luigi. The prison guards support Luigi. And so that leaves them to say, you know what? How the fuck are we going to get a jury to convict this guy? The only way we can get a jury to convict this guy is we need to kill this story, make everybody forget about him, and try to pull a set of jurors that will do what we think is right or what they want done, right? But to combat that, the public has been keeping his name out there because I don't care what's going on. You deserve a fair trial in this world. And so we're going to continue to talk about cases like that, other cases, whatever. I don't know what y'all decided about the DEI or the Target boycott, but that's another hot button topic right now. Should we boycott Target, which will also hurt minority and women businesses? Or should we only spend with them? Now, I tell people, even if you go in Target and only spend with the minorities, the women or the black or the brown companies, Target is still getting theirs. And the people who don't give a fuck about DEI are still going to spend their money with Target. So even if you go in there, I'm just giving you some context on this boycott. Even if you go and only purchase the minority companies and stuff like that, Target still makes money. So in my eyes, if you want to boycott, you got to boycott the whole fucking store. If you're not going to boycott the whole store and not buy shit from in that store or online from that store, if you're not going to fully boycott it, then just go ahead and spend your money. I'm just giving you context on if whatever outcome you're looking for, I'm just giving you the context that's going to get you there. But to go in there and only spend with the black and brown and women, while you could do that if you want to, I'm not saying don't do it. I'm just letting you know something that they don't want you to know. Target still makes money even if y'all just spend with the minorities, because they still get a cut. So I just want y'all to know that. And so on this Taco Tuesday, I don't know what y'all ordering, but I think I'm gonna get a quesadilla today. But I always have this question: am I really still celebrating Taco Tuesday if I get a quesadilla, or should I get a quesadilla and like a couple tacos just because? I don't know. But like I said, y'all can catch us every day. I mean, every day, Monday through Friday. I think it's 7 a.m. on the East Coast time. The Flo Show No Filter live on my YouTube channel, which is Flo Daddy Flo, FLODADDY FLO. Same name on every platform, y'all. But on YouTube, that's my name. Come hang out with me in the morning if you have time. If not, you can catch it on Apple and Spotify like you normally catch it. And you can catch it any day on my YouTube channel. Also, for my Patreon people, if the Who Is Jaguar Right isn't uploaded, it will be uploaded this morning because I finished it yesterday and uploaded it for my Buzzsprout subscribers. So it should be on Patreon too. But I think we're going to end it there, y'all. Jay-Z is in hot water right now. Diddy is trying to get out of some hot water right now using that Alexander Brothers argument. I will keep you posted on that. Also, Academics, if you don't know him, he's a music blogger, YouTuber, streamer. He is in serious hot water right now for what they are calling grooming a 15-year-old. He was on chat saying some wild shit to a 15-year-old, like sexually, and you could tell the 15-year-old was uncomfortable. Pay attention to that story. Also, ASAP Rocky. Some of y'all might not know him from ASAP Rocky. I might know him as Rihanna's boyfriend. You know how this world is. You know people from different things. He turned down a plea and he's going to trial. He turned down a plea deal. He had accused of having a firearm and firing at his friend. He turned down the plea deal, which would have gave him like, I think maybe 6 months in prison and some other shit. But he turned that down. He's taking it to trial, and they say now he is risking of getting up to 25 years. 20 or 25 years. If y'all want me to cover that ASAP Rocky Rihanna situation, let me know. But I'm just letting y'all know, pay attention to that. That's a serious case. Other than that, if there's any other cases that you need me or want me to cover, please DM me on on my social media platforms, Flo Daddy Flo on all platforms, or send me a message in the fan mail. Thank you for subscribing. Please continue to subscribe. Let's keep the lights on, whether you're subscribing on Patreon for the video content, for the exclusive video content, or you are subscribing on Buzzsprout for all the exclusive audio content. I will be bringing you more content. I love this shit. And we're going to leave it there, y'all. And as always, I love y'all. And I'm out. Another one down. Clap it up. So yeah, y'all, thank you for joining. Appreciate y'all. Join, like, subscribe. Got more content. See you again tomorrow, 7 a.m. Eastern. Shit, that should be early. I like to get shit done, knocked out the way early. Y'all know how it is. If you don't get it done early, that shit ain't gonna get done. So keep your head on the swivel. Stream and chat. Do what you do. Be safe. And if you're walking your dog, make sure you pick up the poop. We love dogs. We just don't like to see they poop, especially your dogs. You know, we like our own dog's poop, but not your dog. I'm out.